Hi, Wayne from Aspire ELT here, and today we want to compare the active tenses with the passive tenses. The rules are the same for all passive tenses. First of all, we'll start off with an active sentence. Al painted the house. This sentence is an active sentence. We are more focused on the person who did the action. We use this in all active sentences. We have the subject, we have the verb, of course in the past tense, and then we have the object. In the passive tense, we are more interested in what happened to something rather than who did that thing. So for example, the house was painted. Sometimes this could be the end of the sentence. Sometimes we can also put in by Al. It may not be relevant. It may not be important, or it may be unknown. But for whatever reason, it's not the important information here. The important information is what happened to the house. The house was painted. Students quite often ask me, how do you make the passive? We do that. Here is the passive. The passive is in the past tense here, because the house was painted in the past by Al. We use the verb to be plus the past participle. Some students call this verb 3. Now, active sentences, especially for IELTS students, active sentences refer to natural occurrences. Things that happen naturally. For example, it rained. That's a natural thing. But the water was treated. Here, this is a man-made action. This is not a natural situation. This happened to the water. So, as you can see, especially for students who are doing the writing paper, part 1, and they need to write an essay about a process or a cycle, when we are talking about natural cycles, the water cycle, for example, we use the active tenses. When we are talking about man-made processes, or things that happen in factories, or things that happen in some other institutions, we are talking about it in the passive. For example, the water was treated. The water was treated in a process that was done by somebody. We don't need to know who that was. It's not important. What is important here is the water. That is the subject of this sentence. Thank you very much for listening. This is Wayne at Aspire ELT. Please check our website at www.aspire-elt.com, and please leave any comments or recommendations for the future. Thank you for listening.